everyone. It's been a while. It's been a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. My apologies. Things here have just been very hectic. And Jim is still, we did go to the doctor, the ENT specialist, and he was given medication that was already some weeks ago. And a referral to another specialist, which we still have yet to make contact with. It is not a person that's in our area. It requires a drive, and it requires their scheduling issues and all that great stuff. And I'm sure that we're going to be proceeding from there with more testing. He is better than he was. However, he's still dizzy every day. So to me, it's wonderful that he's not so much nauseous anymore and all of that. He is out of bed more, but he's not well. So be that as it may be, that's the status of my poor husband. Myself, I am a hot mess. I have just been all over the place with my eating, very, very stressed. And if you know me at all, you know I don't do well under stress when it comes to my eating. Just really off the charts. I probably put on, I want to say, without exaggeration, 145 pounds. I haven't even weighed in a week. And again, if you know me, you know that's not me. I've just reached that point. However, I have looked into another plan. Yes, another plan. There's a very lovely woman by the name of Karen, and she has a YouTube channel that I've been watching for a very, very long time. Never stop watching. She's gone from Slimming World to Calorie Counting with NutriCheck. And I don't think there was anything else in between. Forgive me, Karen, if I'm misspeaking here. Back to Slimming World. Actually, in between there, she did Weight Watchers, not for very long. Wasn't happy with that, and I don't blame her. And then back to Slimming World, and realized that it was not for her. You know, we all do everything when it's new or renewed, let's say, at least should be fairly exciting, because the motivation that you get from being excited about something is really, I think in the beginning days of trying to lose weight, is a good thing to have. So after the bubble burst, so to speak, my words, not hers, she went back to calorie counting briefly. She went away on vacation, planned on doing things more on her calorie counting plan. Vacation didn't go well. And what happens when things don't go well, and we are people who stress eat, we just eat more. And it's never going to be an apple or an orange, I can assure you. It's going to be something with fat and salt and sugar and not healthy, that's going to put weight on. So when she returned, she met up with a friend of hers, and somehow or another they came onto a conversation about this friend was either doing a plan or thinking about doing a plan, and the plan's called Grow. It is based in Wales in the UK, if you want to do in-person meetings, and you have the option of Zoom. So I've been watching Karen. She lost 11 pounds last week. Absolutely phenomenal. Am I going to lose 11 pounds? No, I'm not. But the plan is working for her, which is the critical part. Even if it wasn't 11 pounds, she's really, really enjoying the plan for the same reasons that I probably would. So I did look into the plan, and I still had what I thought was 2 months left on Slimming World. My mistake entirely. That's not true. And I said, well, before I spend any more money, let me at least finish out with Slimming World, even though I wasn't doing it. Truth be told, if you're in the States, you do not have to sign on with Slimming World. There is a link which leads you to a blog which tells you everything about the plan you need to know to make it work for yourself in the United States, because the app is useless in the United States. Perfectly honest with you. Yes, you can sign up for Zoom meetings, but it is not the same as when you do Zoom on Weight Watchers or you do Zoom with the weight loss company. It is more or less, they have a given topic, and yes, there are live people there, and the people, it's not a video or anything, and you can interact, but to me, it's just not the same feeling. It's kind of like the feeling that I was getting if I signed into a Weight Watchers Zoom meeting the new way of doing it, not with coaches that are from your studio, where you just, you know, signing in with a random coach and you may never see them again unless you choose to continue working with them, so to speak. So it's just not the same. Anyway, so other than that, um, I woke up this morning, discovered that my Slimming World app is no longer working and that I would have to re-sign, and I already knew I wasn't going to be re-signing, and I have actually already been playing around with my own version of this Grow program before today, and I said, well, it's Monday, that's when they have the Zoom, and it was at 2 p.m. New York time, and it was at 1900 or 7 p.m. UK time. So I joined. I downloaded this lovely book, which I did not realize would be coming to me by mail in hard copy. And this is it. It's called Grow, and this is backwards. And basically, my gist of things with this plan is that it is very, very much like the Slimming World plan, minus the things about the Slimming World plan that I really am not a fan of, which are the Healthy Extra A's, the Healthy Extra B, and the SINs. For me, I would rather have calories, straight calories. And so, other than not being able to, but having an idea of what my calories would be on this Grow plan, I wanted to know more about it. I wanted to invest the money in 3 months of this plan to check out what the Zoom meeting would be like, to meet the people who are actually doing it, and to be in the Facebook group, which I think is very important. I like this Facebook group, even though I've only been in half a day in the group. I like what goes on in there. I like that you're interacting with the actual owner of the company in much the same way I would have been able to do in the weight loss company Facebook group. I think there's a big difference between that and just joining a Weight Watchers group or a YouTube channels group, person's group who's on a given plan. So I joined. It cost me $101 in US dollars. It would be 75 pounds in the UK. And I'm really, really feeling good about it. I went to my first Zoom. It was an hour long, which I was very impressed with. It was very thorough, comprehensive. You were very much encouraged to join in and ask questions. And the person who ran the group is the actual owner of the company. And I was very impressed with him. He gives off a feeling of positivity. He's very vibrant, very funny. And he really is very good at running a group. And I've been missing being in a good group since I haven't been with the weight loss company. I really have. Weight Watchers, the group that I was in with my former coach, Michelle, did away with that meeting a while ago. So, and it's not the same as if you're just going into a random Weight Watchers meeting, which I have since left. Everybody should know that from last time, and that's old news at this point. So, what is it about this plan that I like? Well, basically, you have what are called power foods. Lists and lists of all the foods that are power foods, which you do not track. I'm using the NutriCheck app. You can use the MyFitnessPal or whatever one you choose is fine. I get 500 calories a day, which is more than enough for me. I really would like to stick with more of the whole foods, plant-based, and going in that direction anyway. So I can still do very well with 500 calories. If I want to have an ice cream sandwich, if I want to have 2 pieces of Ezekiel bread, I would be tracking that. Salad dressing that's not my own that I make. For instance, I had a salad with GU's Parmesan peppercorn. For 10 calories a tablespoon, that is something that I would track because I use 3. And that would be something that you would track in this plan anyway. The yogurts that on Slimming World are a cent or a half a cent, or now you have to track them. So that's something that I would only have once a day anyway, and that's 90 calories. So it's not a big deal to me to give up out of 500 calories, 90 calories for the yogurt that I really enjoy. Not a biggie. Oats in the morning, which would be on Slimming World, your Healthy Extra B. Basically, your A's, your B's, and your SINs is what is in these calories. Everything else pretty much remains the same that I could see. And I've I printed off this, not realizing that I would get a hard copy. And what I do also like about it is we talk about the fact that just because it is a power food and does not have to be tracked in your app for calories does not mean you should eat pounds and pounds or bowls and bowls of it. And it states throughout, which I really like, it little reminders about that. Little reminders about it would be great. Like, in other words, each food has listed next to it how many calories it has per 100 grams. So you're encouraged to pick things that have lower calories per 100 grams in your fruit list, in your vegetable list, in your carb list, which is basically potatoes, sweet potatoes, and grains, macaroni. You're encouraged to eat brown rice and whole wheat pasta. Encouraged. It doesn't mean you shouldn't eat the others. It just says it's giving you information that if you really want to be healthy and lose this weight, you might want to zone in on those little things in these little circles throughout the book. Like lifestyle tip, that's what they're called. Lifestyle change is also another way it's labeled. Although power foods are zero count, the calories listed will show you how much there's in a 100-gram serving, where you can choose the lowest option for a better weight loss. Lifestyle change: by choosing whole grain and power foods, such as whole wheat pasta and brown rice, you'll be introducing extra fiber into your extra power, and extra health benefits into your meals. So again, does that mean that other plants don't talk about this in their own way? Well, I don't think necessarily some plants talk about these things very much at all. The focus is on being able to eat what you want, how much of it you want. And I think that there's a lot of fallacy in that, because especially when you get down to my weight, even if you have to lose 15 to 20 pounds, you still have to be really mindful of how much you're eating, regardless if it's a power food. Power food is a healthier way of eating. And if you want to make a lifestyle change, you should really be going in the direction of power foods in this case, or 0 point foods on Weight Watchers, or free in protein, free in speed, etc. if you're doing Slimming World. A lot of people would prefer to calorie count, but they veer away from the healthier foods. So this plan to me gives me the best of both worlds, because if anybody remembers, the reason I really left calorie counting was because going more whole foods based, there's that much more to track. When you're just scanning a Nutrisystem entree or scanning a can of something, it's really easy to track. But when you start having multiple things in a salad and having to track that, it gets really old quick. So in this case, I have, as I said, I don't have to track any of those things. I just need to be mindful of how much of them I'm eating in the day. Focus more on the non-starchy veg and the lower glycemic index fruits, which are like your berries, apple, that type of fruit. And then the 500 calories is for, as I said, oatmeal in the morning, if I want to have bread at lunch or dinner, if I want to have a treat. And not to focus on eating all of them, like not starting my day finishing out 500 calories. Starting my day eating all of these other foods that are called power foods, and practicing mindful eating of these foods. And then you want a sauce on, or you want a special dressing on your salad, it comes out of your 500. You want, as I said, starch, bread, oats, comes out of your 500. If you don't want any of that other stuff for the day because you want to eat a special piece of cake, then make it come out of the 500. It's workable. But again, if you only eat 100 out of the 500, or let's say I only have 2 slices of Ezekiel bread for the day, that's 160 calories. I don't eat that every day. So let's say today I did that, but I don't want to do anything else because yesterday I ate a little bit too much, and I did eat all my 500 calories plus all of my power foods. I ate those 500 calories in addition to my power food meals, my well-balanced, a third, and a third plate, let's say. So that for me would be maybe throwing me over what I should be eating in calories for a day, even though you can. So the next day, maybe I want to be a little mindful. Or maybe I want to see that scale it's the day before weigh day. Maybe I don't want to have my 500 calories today at all. There are different ways of going about doing this. The group was excellent. I can't say anything but really great things. Useful info. We went over basically this book, and apparently the gentleman's name is Kieran. He does this several times a year. Like, we're transitioning. I guess he does it maybe seasonally, because we're coming out of the season of summer, going into the fall. So we're reviewing because, maybe by this part in this time in the season, we've kind of like veered away from things a bit, and we should review that type thing. So I don't know what the next Zoom will be about. I'm not familiar enough. But if it's 3/4 of the way of how great this one was, I got more than my money's worth already. Because honestly, the Facebook group and having this young man speak, listening to him, having him enlist people and asking questions comfortably, responding to people's questions, he did a really great job. I was very impressed. And so I'm looking very forward to working with him. And I'm looking really forward to a restart. I don't know. I'm still very shaky because with all that's been going on and the stress, but I am looking forward to finding my way back with this, and with the encouragement and the support of the people in the group, on the Zoom meeting and in the Facebook group, and just the support that you can reach out to the company. There's a chat on their app. You have access to the website. He's now giving us, if you're on Slimming World, you know that you get paper form of tracking sheets when they send you your kit. He's doing that type of thing, but it's geared to this plan, obviously, and it has extra additional things in it, which I think are very useful as well. He did go over all of that with us today. That will be on the website that we have access to as members for downloading. So when I can do that, I will show it to you. But honestly, I'm really very, very excited about doing this. I watched Karen, and I really, really like it. She's ecstatic about it. She's really, really happy with it because, like she said, case in point, on Weight Watchers, I don't know, there was a burger on a bun that she was going to eat that day, and it blew all of her points. On Slimming World, she was not, she was having difficulty again. She went out to dinner. I remember it was her birthday dinner or a family dinner, and she was struggling to be able to find something to eat within her range of sins and do so in a comfortable way, in a way that you're working the plan. And she was struggling, and that wasn't the only example. Now she's not struggling anymore. She has a whole lot more calories than I do, but she has a whole lot more weight to lose. And so as she's already gone down 100 calories a day. And I think this is her I think it's her first weigh-in. Correct me if I'm wrong, Karen, I'm sorry. Anyway, so there are a lot of people joining this through Karen and her channel, and myself included, and I'm really excited about it, and I don't see that I'm going to have a problem, provided that, I do things like plan a little bit. I'm really good at shopping. That's not an issue for me ever. So having things in, like my fruits and vegetables, I already have them in. For me, I've had them in all along. It's not an issue of that. It's an issue of what I do at night. So maybe now that I can go to the Facebook group, and feel comfortable sharing, like I'm sharing with members, not, people that are just in a group. And maybe I'll be viewing other people's issues that they might be having, and I'll be able to say, gee, yeah, I'm going through that too. I'm feeling some of that myself. And how can we get through that? People chatting about that type of thing. I'm looking forward to that. So, yeah, that's it for now. Please wish me luck. Please, I would love your continued support of my channel. I could use all the support in the world right now. Any kind words that you could send me would be very, very helpful, because right now I am really I've gone to my lowest. I've told you on and on and on about how concerned I was about gaining that weight back. And I'm well on my way to gaining that weight back all the way. Okay? So it's time. And if I don't do this, I'm never going to do it. So yes, if you could continue to support my channel and support me in my journey, I would greatly appreciate it. And if there's anything that I share with you that helps you, that would be even like the topper on the cake. Honestly, because I was introduced to NutriCheck through Karen. I know Karen and Gemma. And also, I think Rebecca may have been doing it, and Carla, if I remember correctly, using that app. Because again, when I was doing calorie counting and looking for people on YouTube, I could not find anybody in the States that was calorie counting that I felt had anything to share with me that was going to be helpful to me. So I ended up with the people in the UK, and I've been with them ever since. It's been quite a long time now. So from there, Joe went to Slimming World, and I went with her last December. And she calorie counted again, went back to Slimming World. And then again, you all know, I went back to Slimming World. I think it's a great plan. This plan is basically the same concept, except for that I don't have to think about, because there are many days I don't eat my Healthy B. I really should not be eating a whole lot of dairy. So the Healthy A, yeah, I have my soy milk or my almond in the morning, but I don't always have cheese. So it just got to be, it's just a little bit more work than I want to do. And this way, if I don't have either of those things, because I do get my calcium, I'm not worried about vitamin D. I take a supplement. I've never had a calcium problem. I don't have a fiber problem. So wiping those two things out to worry about doing or not doing and what I'm going to have. And then the sins part is just calories. I'd have to say, okay, this is one sin because it's 20 calories. So I'm still looking at calories when I think about sins because I'm in the US. So really, putting those three things together into calories for me works. I like it. I really think it's just a great idea for me. So I hope you'll continue following along. Not sure how videos are going to go because we're still a little bit upside down here, but I will do my best to show you the food as I've done in past. At least I'm going to shoot for 3 videos a week, weigh-in. I will report weigh-ins on Mondays because that's when we track it in the group, on Mondays. And I will weigh on Friday, but I will tell you what I weigh on Monday. Today I didn't weigh at all, so when Friday comes, I'm going to weigh tomorrow morning. But it is what it is for this first week. You know, my mission isn't what's going to be the scale saying this week. My mission is I'm going to get my act together and I'm going to follow the plan. If I can accomplish that, everything else will go along with it. And I'm sorry that I have this blind showing like these marks on my face from the sunlight. So yeah, that's it for now. I hope you're all well. I'd love to know how you're doing and what you're doing. If you want to share, that would be great in comments or send me an email. My email is in the description box of the videos. And so that's basically it, guys. Yes, I'm changing again. You know what? If I have to change 50 times, that's what I have to do. It won't be the first time in my life. You know how many diets I've been on in my life? This I like to view as the concept of making a lifestyle change, because I've been working on that. I have diligently been working on that. Had I not been doing this night eating, I think that I would already be milestones ahead of myself. That's where I get myself done in. So hopefully the motivation I have to do well on this is going to carry me through, and no other crisis is going to happen. And again, I have to learn how to deal with it. We all have to learn how to deal with it because it doesn't go away. And as we get older, somehow it affects us more. I think because we're maybe a little bit more worn out. So it's harder to take when things happen, I think. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Anyway, I'm very happy to have made this video for you today, long in coming. I apologize for not having been here. I know my channel is very small, but there are a few of you that religiously watch my videos. I thank you so much. I really do appreciate all of you tremendously. It's important to me. And I just hope that I can bring you some useful information going forward. That's what I'm looking to do. And also share my journey. And hopefully it'll be successful. So on that note, I'm going to send you all hugs. I'm going to hope you're all doing well. And I'm going to also hope that you're doing something good each day to take care of yourself. However small it may be, it's a good step in the right direction. One foot in front of the other. That's how we do it. And Yeah, because we only get one go around. Just once. No repeats. So let's make it a good one as best we can. Okay. Take good care. I'll see you soon.